Good evening, comrades. This is Dr. G from South Africa speaking. Somebody should please send this message to Dr. Cho Ayaba and tell him that he should call off this policy of changing the colors of taxis that has resulted to the burning of taxis in Bamenda, and that is punishing our people the way it is. Somebody should please tell him and his cabinet that, notwithstanding how well founded they feel that their strategy is, every liberation struggle strives on the representation of the people in its entirety. He should not fight this thing as if he is fighting for a personal project. This is not a personal project. As much as he feels very strongly about the liberation struggle and the superiority of his strategy, there comes a time in the life of every leader and every liberation struggle where you must respond to the sentiments of the people, and you must respond to the instructions of the people. The success of every liberation struggle strives upon the superior logic that is projected by the vast majority of the people as far as strategies that are adopted to prosecute the struggle is concerned. He should not behave as if he has the monopoly of wisdom, and should not behave as if he has the monopoly of strategy. I should not behave as if he is the lone voice that is fighting for the liberation of the people of Southern Cameroon. It cannot be that we prosecute a struggle where 90% of your strategy is hurting the people one way or the other. And the people are saying, no, you are busy hurting us, and you proceed as if you are deaf. That's unacceptable. And somebody should say that this struggle has suffered for 8 years because of leaders that don't listen. We have had a scenario in a situation where for the last couple of years, we're busy telling this other nincompoop in Washington that he was doing things the wrong way, and he would not listen. And we have all had to pay the price for it. When he embezzled money from my trip to Boya, and we were complaining about his lifestyle and his use of funds and how what he's doing is going to hurt the struggle, he came out and said, called us names, and would not listen to the thing that we were telling him. Look at where we are today. Resources have dried up. Funding for story has dried up. People have turned their back on this thing. Why? Because a leader would not listen. A leader would not listen when we cannot have a scenario where we are prosecuting a liberation struggle where you make the enemy look like a saint. It's unacceptable, and people have been sending this message to tell this call egg of C to order to say you need to change strategy, and then you are behaving as if we are speaking to deaf people. This struggle does not belong to you. We have rooted for you in the past and have defended your actions and defended your positions taken. But if the people are saying this thing is hurting the struggle and it's hurting the people, wake up and damn listen, man. This is a collective fight that we are fighting for the liberation of the people. You cannot bring yourself to a place where the people that you are supposed to be liberating are crying under the weight of your oppression, and you behave as if nothing is going on. Stop the nonsense, man. Go and study the life of Jonas Savimbi. If you continue down that road, that is the sword that is reserved for you. And it's not sufficient for you to say that you're not afraid to die. But that's not the question here. You cannot prosecute a struggle in such a way that after you, we would have to go back 100 years to start this thing all over again. Wake up, man. The people are saying this strategy is hurting. And we're not talking about the sacrifices they have had to make for the last 8 years. They have made voluntary sacrifices, more sacrifices than you or any of your own in your council in the AGOV, see Julius Nier or any of the other people have been able to make. The people on the ground have been sacrificing for the last 8 years and have sacrificed more than any of you have. It's not the popcorn that comes out of your mouth like English that makes you to be smarter than everybody else. If people are telling you that a strategy is wrong, a strategy is wrong. Have the decency, have the humility to pause, call off the strategy and get the consultation. This is a revolutionary prosecution in the 21st century, man. This is not 1960s. You're supposed to be prosecuting a democratic revolution. In other words, you're supposed to be prosecuting struggles that is demonstrating to the people that under you and under your leadership, your liberated territory is going to give us a superior quality of life than what we are running away from. And there's nothing you're doing at the moment that's suggesting or pointing in that direction. How else are we supposed to communicate that to you? So So if you're purporting to be the person that's going to be the liberator leader, the last man standing, that is going to liberate these people and give them the freedom that you're fighting for, demonstrate the most basic of leadership skills, which is listening when people tell you, stop, slow down. How else are we supposed to communicate to you? Mark Barretta has spoken to you. All the others are telling you this thing is not the best strategy at this point in time. You are behaving as if you are King Kong. Like nobody is supposed to be able to advise you. Like seriously? No, man. This thing is a collective fight. It's not an individual testosterone test of bravado. It is a strategy that is not working. It's going to set us 100 years behind. Stop it before you convert all the people into informants and foot soldiers against what it is that you say you are fighting for. How else are we supposed to communicate that to you? You must not bring yourself to a point where nobody can talk to you. You and your counsel. No, it can't be. You cannot bring yourself to a point where nobody can talk to you. Intelligence is not a smartness of strategy. It's not in the eloquence of your words. It's in the wisdom of judging the material conditions on the ground and making adjustments that show that you understand what it is that is happening on the ground. And right now, everybody is kicking and screaming and shouting at the top of their voice, and you're behaving as if nothing of what anybody is saying matters. Like, who gave you that prerogative to ruin everything that's our collective fight? Like, who gave you that mandate? Now, for the last 8 years, I've never addressed a voice note to you, Dr. Cho Ayaba, but you need to realize that the pathway that you're going upon at the moment, it is not acceptable. Demonstrate the reasonableness that your leadership has demonstrated up to this point. And don't bring yourself onto a point where you are the source of people crying. Doctor, we are saying that strategy is hurting the people, and we are asking you to call it off. You do not know the circles and the nooks and corners in which people stand to defend you, even sometimes in the most crazy things that you're doing. And if the same people that defend you in other instances tell you slow down, better damn listen to us, man. You're not going to be a leader that cannot listen to the people. If the people are saying a strategy is wrong and you're convinced that it's correct, call off the strategy and get a consultation. You cannot demonstrate to us at this phase of the liberation struggle that you will be a leader that will not listen when we speak. And how else do you expect that we're not going to assemble ourselves and fight you the way you're fighting the Republic of Cameroon? At the end of the day, notwithstanding the bestness of your intentions, you will cause us more harm than good. So stop, slow down. The people are saying that this strategy is hurting. It's the wrong strategy. Listen, it's a good quality of leadership. Do not make some of us regret the fact that we thought that in you we could find a leader. A good leader listens, Dr. Cho Ayaba.